Thanks so much. Well, there's been a massive spike in people handing over cash to scammers who are impersonating government officials.
So frustrating, right? So on your side, Susan Campbell is here with the new numbers and red flags that everyone can look out for. Getting scammed is the worst.
It really is. It's so costly, and we know that a lot of this is probably underreported because there is an embarrassment factor that goes along with it too. But what we know from the reported cases is that when people are paying in cash, their median loss for government impersonation scams is almost $15,000. But there are easy ways to spot these scams. The first is a sense of urgency. If someone demands you pay up right now, it's a pretty good sign it's a scam. Did you miss jury duty? Forget to pay taxes? Maybe you have unpaid tickets. It's time to pay up.
It's daily. We're seeing people come in.
Sergeant Joaquin Enriquez with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office says some people have fallen for these government impersonation scams. Some people haven't.
Probably half and half. Half come in to say, is this a scam? But unfortunately, we are seeing the people that are coming through our doors saying they have sent Bitcoin, Apple gift cards, money, and it's just devastating when we actually tell them that this is a scam.
What kind of money are we talking about?
I've seen ranges. I've seen anywhere from $2,000 to $10,000.
And people are paying more. A new report from the Federal Trade Commission shows in 2022, consumers reported paying scammers $40 million in cash for government impersonation scams. In 2023, that number jumped 90% to $76 million in cash that was lost. And just in the first 3 months of this year, victims have reported sending $20 million in cash to government impersonation scammers. What are some of the ways that Maricopa County Sheriff's Office has been spoofed or impersonated?
Well, here's what they're doing. Obviously, a lot of our stuff as employees is online. We have a website that's very informative, but as you know, the criminal element will use that to their benefit. So you would get something like a call on your phone and it says, I'm Sergeant Joaquin Enriquez with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. You have a warrant for your arrest and you need to pay us in X, Y, and Z. And if you don't believe me, go ahead and call this number. So what they're doing, they're actually giving the number of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. And when you call that number, you say, does Sergeant Enriquez work there? And they're like, yeah, he does work here. So people are like, this must be true. I must have done something. I must have a warrant or unpaid tickets. So that's when the fear factor starts to set in.
And that is exactly when you need to slow everything down, Sergeant Enriquez says. Ask questions. Talk to authorities in person, and remember, no government agency is ever going to ask you for cash, gift cards, or Bitcoin over the phone. The interesting thing here is we have done so much warning, like don't pay with gift cards, don't pay with Bitcoin. So the scammers are onto the warnings, and now they're going for cash because that's the thing that we kind of hadn't warned about so much. So they are always one step ahead, and that's why we have to constantly warn people and hopefully raise a little awareness to just slow everything down. Call a trusted friend or family member too.
For sure.
Totally. And always keep these things in mind and let your older relatives know, because you know that our elderly are so susceptible to this.
Sergeant Enriquez says also younger people, though. He said a lot
know.
of people who are
Crazy.
showing up are, you know, in their 20s, 30s.
Right.
So it's happening across the board, all age ranges.
It's unfortunate. All right.
Thanks, Susan.
That's why we need more awareness in these stories. Thank you so much.